I am Alhaji Momoh Jibril, the Accountant General of Kogi State, by the grace of God. Well, my relationship with His Excellency is not now. We've been together from childhood, but our active friendship started way back 1996 when we met in Bello University. He came in to join us in 200 level as a direct entry student in accounting. Since the first time he stepped his toe on the shore of the university, we became very close. And since that time to this point, the bond has been very strong. We met his brother, Dr. Yahaya then, he gave us a dedicated one office for us so that we can have enough time, enough space to put ourselves through. And within 1 year, within the twinkle of an eye, this guy catch up and he was doing very fine because he's very good in mathematics. So since that time, we became, because of the connection between us, we've been together up to this moment. So when we finished from ABU in year 1999/2000, when we were going for our service, I was way back in Lagos. He called me that I should join him in Abuja. I said, my friend, why is that? I'm enjoying myself in Lagos. Why do you want me to come to Abuja? So as God will have it, that night I took off from Lagos. In the morning, I was already in Abuja. Then we went straight to the then Minister for Youth and Women Development. He was the one to assist us. We were there when the present chairman, state chairman of APC, met us when we were waiting outside to see the minister. He came and said, what are we doing here? He said, we finished our school and we are getting set to do our service and we want to serve in Abuja. That's how God answered our prayer. And during the posting, both of us were retained in Abuja for our youth service. And as God will have it, as soon as we are finishing from camp, we get across to the same person that said he's going to assist us. We are lucky. They gave us that opportunity to serve with the same commission. That was year 2000. Then 2001, as we are finishing our youth service, because of his commitment, because of his contribution to the commission, because he was in research and statistics, PRS. Then I was in the allocation department. Because of his contribution, because he stood among all the youth corpers that were sent to the commission, so he was recommended for retention. So at that time, I was already going to Lagos to join my uncle, who was a board member with Nigerian Port Authority. So as I was receiving my appointment letter, the same moment he was receiving his appointment letter in the commission. So I was employed as accountant 2 then, as a young accountant, and he too was employed as accountant 2 with Revenue Mobilization and Allocation Fiscal Commission. So he was posted to Makurdi and I was retained back in Lagos. I think this is the only place where we have, since we've been engaged actively. I think this is the only period we need to disengage a little between that period. Then in year 2002, I called him. I said, my friend, it's time for us to get married. And I've seen somebody that I'm going to settle down with. He said, he screamed. He said, because my pet name is JB Pes. He said, JB Pes, so you are going to leave me. I said, I'm not going to leave you. I sit together. We are making progress that we need to advance. So he said he's coming from Makurdi to join me in Lagos so that we'll plan it. So when he came down, after planning the whole thing, he now said, okay, that time my wife, that the person I want to marry, she is working with Federal Medical Center, Gombe. He now said, okay, he's coming with his own car from Lagos, that we should drive from Lagos down to Gombe. So when we get to Gombe, we met my wife. Say, during our service here, we'll be interacting. We said, we are here. He said, for what? Said, we are getting set by 2022 December. We want to get married. He said, I waited where we are set. So, my friend is very eloquent. He's very smart. All the talk that he needed to do, he arranged everything for me there. Then, we are lucky, my mother-in-law then was in Gombe. So, that's how we were able to resolve everything. Then, during that my wedding, he was my best man. He was always with me. Then, after that my own, in 2020, in 2003, after my own, he came, he said, JB, so you've settled down, so I want to get married too. Let's put it together. I said, I laughed. So he said, he had seen somebody that he wants to. I said, who is the person? He mentioned the name. I said, I know the person very well. I said, you cannot marry this person. He said, why? I said, I know the kind of person you are. You are not as patient as I am. And I know you are not a patient person. The person you want to get married with, the way I studied the person, not a patient person. There's no way two of you can live together and the marriage will, you cannot achieve success from that marriage. I said, just give me time. Give me like 1 month. Let me search and get back to you. So I now called one of my cousins. I said, Kai, so girl that used to come to MPA to come and see me. Where is that girl? He said, that is a student in University of Ife. He's a law student in University of Ife. I said, I want to see her. He said, why? I said, that my friend wants to get married. And I believe that they will be a best couple if God answer our prayer. He said, okay. Then my friend left Maza to come and meet me in Shomolu then, where I'm staying. So we now planned it. I said, my friend, because we used to call him, he has his own pet name, called Kuraku. I said, Kuraku, very soon you will get married. I said, this person that I'm going to give you, please, don't disappoint me. I know you will never disappoint me. That this girl I'm going to give you, she is always coming to MP. That most of the women, ladies that have access to MP, I know the kind of nonsense they used to do. But this lady had been struggling, that has never had any negative thing about her. Is somebody that even our father, Professor Bello will respect so much because of his background, academic background. Now I say, where is the pet? I say, they say the lady is in Ife. He said, she's not a patient person. He said, this night we should move. We left Lagos to Ife. In the night around 8 o'clock, we are already in Ife. So the lady came and we discussed. Then we have to pass night in Ife to leave the second day. That was the journey of the marriage with his first wife. And thank God, today they are happily married and blessed with beautiful and promising children. In the course of my relating our togetherness, I mentioned a pet name that we used to call him when we were in the school. The name Kuraku. If you are conversant with Kura, something that's Kura, that name is for people that are very strong, very bold, very charismatic. I think these are the basic quality that differentiate him from normal human being. He's very, very charismatic. He doesn't fear. He doesn't feel inferior before anybody. And you can see that quality in him. If your Bello is talking, even if you have been Joe Biden, he will not even look at your face. He will tell you straight and he will give you the way it is. I think that's one of the qualities that I learned from him. When I was in Lagos, I think this kind of his quality, that's what survived me in the midst of tigers. My boss, my friend, my brother, my trustworthy leader, a leader par excellence. Today, you are 46 years. We've come a long way together. We pray together. We've wine together. And we have a memorable days together. And we thank God we are still moving and we are progressing in a geometric progression. Today, as your friend, as my boss, as my brother, I'm wishing you all the best of things in life. What you've achieved now is just a tip of an iceberg. More and more is coming by the grace of God.